Ian, this is very much in your wheelhouse. Someone
Hello.
says, I keep hearing... oh, God, Sora, hi. I keep hearing chonky key presses. Show us your keyboards.
All of them?
I was going to say, how many... Do a limited number of your keyboards, perhaps,
Because
Ian?
I actually did swap out to the silent terrible one today.
Smart.
But, give me a second here. What's interesting in the old?
I'm also using a quiet keyboard. I'm on a... I don't know if
I'm not.
I don't think you can see it. I'm on a PC, but I'm using one of the big Apple keyboards because it's got low key travel and it's quiet.
This one's good.
You know who's not quiet right now?
This is amazing.
This one out.
Wow. I am on a
And
chunky
this one.
keyboard, but I have tuned my noise gate to hopefully suppress the clicks most of the time, so you shouldn't actually hear me typing.
The rest of them are pretty standard. Ooh, geez, can I? Yeah. All right. So let's start things off with probably one of my favorites of all time, which is the Apple Extended 2 keyboard, which is this guy here. And it sounds a little bit different than a normal. Or I should do it up to here. It sounds a little bit different than a normal Apple Extended keyboard too, because I've modified it to take out the rubber bouncers.
Oh.
So you get a little bit more crisp click to the those classic Alps keys. While we're still in the Apple world, this is when I want to repurpose. This is actually a keyboard that I took out of a non-working Apple, not the Newton. What was the other thing called? The iBook? No. I forget. eBook. The eBook? I think it was the eBook.
Like
anyway,
an early Apple laptop?
Yeah, well, it was the Newton operating system based laptop for specifically for schools. eMate, that's it. The eMate.
Wow.
Thank you, T. Salk. And yeah, I just want to see if I can make that work for regular stuff. Maybe put it into a cyber deck. Next up, we got the classic. Some of you may be able to recognize the sound of the IBM Model M standard edition. Found this in a dumpster at the Calgary Anime Festival.
Really?
Yeah, I don't use this one that often. It's one of the nice ones with the removable keycaps too that you can take off and stick back on.
Oh, neat.
But it doesn't have a third meta key, and I really rely on that in macOS a lot more than I thought I would, so I don't use this one that often. Last two here are going to be this, which people always ask what it is a financial keyboard from the Cherry Corporation.
Right.
You can actually swap the panels, top and bottom. It uses cherry blue switches. You get that nice, lovely click. All PS2 connectors for the gamers out there who want the lowest latency.
I mean, the financial keyboard makes sense considering you're still broadcasting for some reason from the New York Stock Exchange.
And finally, this guy is the Keyboard Input Club Infinity 60, which was a kit keyboard that I soldered myself with cherry green switches.
That's very
nice.
nice.
A 60%, and I also designed the keycaps myself on that one.
That's very nice.
Yeah, very happy with that.
I'm waiting for Paul, that Kickstarter that we were talking about a while ago. Paul and I went in on it to save on shipping because I have my PC and the Mac very close together, both with the massive keyboards, and I don't need them both to be huge. So I wanted a smaller, the smaller, quiet. It still feels clicky, but doesn't make the clicky noise. Smaller wireless keyboard to go on the other side. Also, it'll actually be Windows on a Windows machine.
It looks really good.
Right now, I'm using, as I said, an old Mac keyboard on a Windows machine, which drives at least Kathleen bananas. She's nodding.
I can also help both broadcast, but also all the viewers by swapping to a different keyboard tomorrow. I have like an Amazon Basics keyboard for work, but I couldn't swap it because I was using it today for work. I'm still working during this. So the weekend I can take care of it though and have quieter keyboard. I also slightly broke the bus again, but in a favorable way for me. Typically, if you click out, you lose control and everything just explodes. However, I've clicked out with my keyboard depressing the gas button, so gas is just auto going, and then my controller still needs input to turn left. So my hands won't hurt as much, and it's a happy accident that I'm going to take because it makes me able to do this longer.
Hey,
nice. Nice.
Hack the planet.
It is cheating, but I'd rather cheat slightly than hurt my hands trying to drive a cloud bus.
Cool. In a second or two, at engineering's discretion, I'm gonna just duck away for a few minutes because we are all broadcasting from home, which means I get to participate in bedtime. And I will return momentarily. But that's whenever engineering has that set up. I am applying zero time pressure to engineering this evening because they are they're keeping everything afloat.
Just because I was curious, I looked up into the closet and realized I had 6 more keyboards up there.
I was going to
That's
say,
why I want
surely
to
you have
limit
more
you
than that.
at
Yeah.
first.
7. Actually, wait, there's one more.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because this one rarely gets seen. It's got a clock on top of it. Gotta move that.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, but it sounds.
I thought that was part of it.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
me too.
Oh, these are just the best off-camera noises. I love them.
We're gonna have to deal with that later.
Uh-huh.
This one is, I'll just unbox it here. This one I keep in the box because it's a bit rare. This is the
Collector
Apple,
item keyboard.
the Apple adjustable keyboard, which comes like that.
Uh-huh.
But it was Apple's first ergonomic keyboard.
Whoa!
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's
What?
got
It's kind of
Wrists.
dumb, but I love it.
wrist things that you go in there. So you get nice big wide things for where you're not supposed to put your wrists. I love the clickiness of these buttons along the edge for the volume and the power. And what I love most about it is the separate F key and arrow pad.
It does look like a dual disc for
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
amazing.
When you do that.
It does look kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing,
Wear it
yeah.
on your arm.
It's time to don't. That was also, ironically, my first eBay purchase.
Oh, neat.